your staff, how you're going to work on that as well. So there's a lot of things actually at play because there's lost interaction. And in fact, the SME also need to look at the how to learn, relearn, and then reskill the staff. How to move on all these things. I'm talking about a lot of things of that. Maybe you say on more on top side, but in practice, yes, even for lecturers, they have to learn how to use online.
Yep.
How to learn, how to teach, things like that. That's very simple.
T-shirt pun t-shirt lah.
T-shirt bawah can cut. Okay,
Sarong.
fine. Sarong, correct. So it's very interesting. All these SMEs need to look at this because as we understand, it's unprecedented thing. I think the business model need to be tweaked here and there. I think we have to always look at things positively. In terms of like just now what Thomas just said, talking about equity. We never thought about equity coming in, But the equity, the venture capitalists coming in, they are doing the sharing of the business risk that will relate to Shazlee coming in on the risk side. So we need to look at. I think, of course, I think I urge. I think we really need to look at a big blueprint on this, and we need to do it fast so that I think we can help our SMEs.
Yep.
Time is money now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how about Shazlee, Shazlee and Thomas?
Doctor were actually highlighting about digitalization, which I think the government has started this since 1 or 2 years ago on the IR 4.0 and whatnot. Even currently last budget, it was announced that 5,000 matching grants to be given for the digitalization of companies for SMEs in Malaysia. However, I think the idea of this 5,000 matching grant is still it's quite vague, right? Because one thing, people love to be given free, of course. Matching ini sometimes it's sad to say like I have to fork out 5,000 first before I can get another 5,000 for that 10,000 ringgit worth of softwares or applications, right? But then again, companies needs to evolve. Companies needs to evolve from the normal brick and mortar and to online to digitalize. But then again, not every companies can be digitalized.
Yeah,
we have to actually acknowledge that as well. But that is something, the business model needs to be changed. The business plan, not to say that you need to diversify the business. Maybe your business is still applicable, is still sustainable even post MCO. But how you conduct the business needs to be changed. If you are still in the mindset of it's okay, I can still survive even after this, then you become a dinosaur lah. Right? And dinosaur extincts, right? So that's one thing, and that's what I'm looking at, right?
Yeah.
Adopt, adapt, and evolve. That's much more important.
Maybe another word here is innovate also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Thomas,
if you look at
Thomas is the pity one lah, because only the one word and then we'll throw to him. Okay.
Actually, I agree on the Dr. Actually, but I can realize whatever the package, the support by governments is not good enough, because I can foresee they are, how they say, even for the medium and high, the largest for the up there, the SME, because them the whatever the package they not able to claim. Frankly speaking, they are not able to claim. If let's say, because too many conditions is set by the government. If I say I took, then this is responsible. So rather than I took, then I just terminate the departments or just do the cards. So whatever we can know is so like open for the overseas PE, even for the VC. By the time they want to come in, they facing problems in the Malaysia agency. So if let's say the government is willing to give the chances to this opportunity to the overseas investor, right? The first at all, they need to, they need to really come up for the one's package. Because now every country is having this lockdown or MCO. One finish, the largest investor, they will throw money, either in Malaysia, landed in Malaysia, or in the Vietnams, in the Jakartas, and even in Singapore. So what is the benefit for them to they invest in Malaysia? So Malaysian government, they have to come up with like something special package. They can attract the investor come in. Because as I know, from the doing MCO, right, a lot of the investor is quit from the market. Even my client, they really quit. They take up with billion dollars. So because this is the circle. Once the medium and the medium industry, SME, they have the infection, the effects, then the second list will go to the micro.
Yep.
And micro will go to the consumer. So this is a circle. So what we can do, what we can hope is government really come up for one package, can attract more investor coming in.
I think a lot of SMEs now is actually hoping for, apart from the stimulus package, they are also hoping for a reduction in the income tax rate, company tax and personal tax rate. I'm not sure whether that's going to happen because, of course, there is a deferment of payment for SST and the CP 204, your tax, your PCB for companies and for personnel. However, they are basically looking into, will there be any reduction in corporate tax rate? Will there be reduction in individual tax rate? So I'm not sure whether the government is actually looking at the ideas, but lots of people, I think the SMEs and whatnot are actually looking at it, hoping that will happen. Right? Because if that were to actually be introduced now, when companies can actually manage their cash flow on a much better. Right? Especially for a very structured company, you already have a monthly cash flow, half-yearly cash flow, and of course your yearly cash flow projection. So you know where your revenue is coming in, where your expenses will be going up to, right? And then if you can actually know in beforehand, okay, this is all the required payment to the government, you can actually manage your cash flow even better. You can actually make sure that, okay, for example, even a 1 or 2% differences in rate comes up to hundreds of thousands for certain companies. These hundreds of thousands can be translated into keeping employees at their place, instead of retrenching them or cutting their salaries and whatnot. So these are the things that maybe some people up there would be willing to have a look, right? So that's, Okay.
So what is the thing you think that company might consider? I think for Thomas might consider to review this, to review their company practices to suit this current economic situation. I want to ask Thomas this time.
Actually, like what I say in the previous question, right? The first at all, they will understand their cash flow. This time is really, I can see, hit the company. Even one of client, they are doing the cash flow plan in daily basis. In daily basis. So the cash flow is the most important. Secondly is the cost deduction. If let's say without the cost deduction, everything will go back to the same. They have to pay the fixed amount maintenance, like retainer fees, and these all fixed expenses. And the third one is my topic about creditors management. I believe now, if let's say you are business owner, right, you every day will receive message or calling or email from your suppliers. Definitely. Even myself, if on a daily basis, I will email and call them.
Bank give moratorium, creditor does not give.
Survival.
Yeah, this is interesting. Yeah,
it's very limited. For the creditors, limited because some of the clients, they cannot banking for you. We can't blame them because people don't pay them, and then because they don't pay, the transfer the money to you. This is a circle. Business is a circle. So what you can do if, let's say, because I foreseen after the second phase and third phase, right, a lot of companies will swing by until winding up.
So the lawyer will make money.
Yes, the lawyer making a lot of money. They will laugh. 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 Even the sleep times they will laugh also. So actually, in the creditors, right, we have the Malaysia have through the Company Act 2016, right, they have 3 ways to save the company. Either we can do the scheme arrangement, we call it SOA, the JM, judicial management, or the CBA. So these 3 methods all is under the Company Act. The meaning of that is to be simple, to be quick and simple, they're able to let you haircut your creditors. You pay lower amount than the actual amount you owe them.
Right.
And then
this is if you are under liquidation, right?
No, it's being the before liquidation.
Before liquidation, okay.
Before liquidation. This is okay. For example, my client was suing by winding up.
Winding up, okay.
Winding up or options. So under these 3, the Company Acts, these 3, the remedies, legal remedies, they can save the company. They can actually, for them, they can even pay lower amount from the actual amount.
Right.
Like 10 per dollar, 30 cents per dollar. And the best part is, after doing this exercise, the company is still alive, still alive and not in winding up status.
Okay.
But that's for the company to survive. But how about you, Shazlee? What do you think the company can consider to do at this current economic? Before I go to doctor, get ready.
I think this basically for SMEs, not only for SMEs, for all companies out there, of course, is that there's lots of ways that the companies can do to actually manage the cash flow. One, of course, is all about reduction in expenses. Reducing your overheads and whatnot is one of the main important things. Either they actually achieve that by utilizing all the stimulus packages given by the government, the 1,200 for 3 months and whatnot, or they actually have to reduce their manpower. But then again, the plan needs to be done in a proper manner. You have to actually do a proper cost benefit analysis for your company to see what and the risk management processes needs to be taken into place. Because only then you can see after all this ends, hopefully after this MCO, where is the company heading, right? If let's say you simply just retrench people and whatnot, and suddenly after MCO ends, then you cannot actually operate your company because you don't have the manpower to do so.
Because you say bye-bye to everyone.
Say bye-bye to everyone, suddenly, I'm alone. How to work? Okay, so those are the things that needs to be considered, right? Your risk management processes, your business plan, your cost benefit analysis needs to be put in place. And of course, reduction of cost is not only talks about reducing people. There's so many things that can be done. Instead, okay, for example, just take simple. Last time you have a coffee machine in the office. This time you buy
3-in-1
and 3-in-1 and actually pancu sendiri lah.
You drink at home.
drink at home. It's across the board. You should look at yourself first. As the business owner,
I should retract back the coffee machine then.
We have coffee machine in the office. Anyway, but we are actually looking at the whole holistically, the company as whole. Where cost reduction can be undertaken, we take it. Similarly, when I was in internal audit, when we one of the areas that I look into, I was in a what they call it, plantation company before, right? So when I conduct my audits in all this plantation, what we look into is how do the estate reduce the expenses, or how the estate save. Simple. For example, I can give an example. If let's say the palm oil, there's loose fruits under there and it's not picked up, right? That is a loss to the company. Small things like that can give a very huge impact to the company, to a company as a whole. So look at things at a micro level. Don't look at things macro. Okay, buang orang, then you're okay. Go down on a micro level, see what can be cost can be reduced, reduce the cost, right? And I think, for example, simple. Let's say last time you are driving Mercedes E-Series. I don't know what Mercedes series lah, but big car, for example. Okay, now maybe it's the time to actually reduce that.
Drive my V.
Drive my V, for example. Give your GM a my V, by all means. Right. Those are the things. Of course, you have to maintain certain standards and whatnot. That's the thing. But those are the things that needs to be looked into to ensure sustainability not only for the company, because the government, all the stimulus packages and whatnot is to ensure the company keep their employees employed. Because if, let's say, from that 65% of employees in SME, 50% of them is unemployed, we will have major problems in Malaysia. All right. So that's basically what I'm looking at. That's how the companies can actually embark on.
So, Doctor, these two gentlemen talking about managing cash flows, cost cutting, blah blah, and all that. So, from the economics point of view, when there is no movement.
There's no movement, nothing. So how move things? I think when we look, as I mentioned, I think earlier, I think the panel also mentioned about relooking at the business plan, right? When we have to relook at the business plan, there are two things that we have to consider. Number one is one is top-down approach. Yeah, what we discussed now, top-down approach is like cutting our workforce, blah blah blah. How to look at the sustainability. The other one is bottoms up. Okay, bottom up is basically have to be done through discovery. You have to go because there is no specific SOP how to pass through COVID-19 right now. It's unprecedented. So you have to combine this top-down and bottom-up approach, because these are new habits, new lifestyle, new regulations are coming up. I think by this time, I talk about new regulation. I think government is basically looking at it already. People are talking about that already.
Okay.
How to work remotely, how to get a life balance between work, Just now I mentioned about the full part-time as opposed to the full-time, how because there's a mix of you at home, you don't have no expenses, you stay at home. There's social distancing and whatnot. So this is what we're talking about. You have, when we design that, you must be aware of the new normal. How you adapt and adopt to the new normal. We're repeating the same question, the same words again and again. Adopt and adapt. We're talking about the new normal. So all this basically in totality is about survivability. It's how we survive the next few months. I think one of the panels said that some of the businesses already closed down. For the last few weeks. We'll see more business coming down because if they don't get the assistance from government, if they're unable to secure the venture capitalists for the next 3-4 months. And I think, but the thing is, Malaysian, we are still positive, number one, because I don't know whether you agree with me, but I think we are the best country in the world handling this crisis on the health basis.
Thumbs up. Agreed.
Agreed. We have managed to keep down, and then everybody is feel proud. Everybody is like, yes, we're going to do this. We are going to close this COVID down, put it on the end of the earth. Things like that. But that is the feel good factor, which is good. And the feel good factor. But then we have to look at in reality. You see, there's no money coming in. Business are not moving. The MCO, the government say now is third MCO. Maybe there's fourth MCO. Maybe the fifth MCO. People are talking now, in fact, after Hari Raya, because they should not be allowed to have gatherings, to go back home, cross intrastate and whatnot. Interstate, things like that. So we have to bring people back to earth a bit. We have very good factor in terms of health. Yes, we cover our health very good. I think Ministry of Health, the minister all the way to the DG, all the way to the have done a superb job together with all the coordination by the government. But now let's talk about survivability. How are we going to make sure that people have food on the table? Yeah, so to speak, food on the table. Because I foresee if this MCO still ongoing, you see. Today, if I can share, there's a report on Berita Harian. I made a comment on Berita Harian today news. They asked me yesterday, what do you think about the MCO? Of course, in Malay it's PKP. Should it be extended? And whatnot. I think, I think yes, but we have to basically loosen up a bit, to a certain extent, because for the interest of the economy, people can't do anything. You can look at electrical shop, hardware shop, it's fine. People, certain areas, they can't hardly survive. They have no money. Yes, of course, this month they got money from government, 1,000 ringgit. Next month they got 600 ringgit. Then Hari Raya comes in. What happened after Hari Raya?
Correct.
Things like that. So as I said, we have to not only talking about SMEs. Of course, SME have talked at length on the business model and whatnot. I'm talking about the people on the ground as well. So how long this one will go on? All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
I think talking about that, we have to agree that I think this is the time that I guess that the whole Malaysian talk positively about the the government support and all that. And before this, I think hardly to hear, but always about the negative comment and all that. But this time around, people in Malaysia basically really appreciate what they have done actually to us to make sure that actually we safe at home, to reduce the cases, the numbers of cases and all that. Even to treat the cases with respect. Announce full of compassion and all that. But in your opinion, doctor, so what can the government do more, if let's say in your opinion, to improve their support toward these MSME businesses?
I think it goes back again. For all this pandemic, for the businesses, government must come up quickly with a good blueprint for this viability. Okay, a blueprint that will help in terms of, number one, I mentioned again, switching to digitalization. Okay, switching industry. If this industry not doing well, those industry that they need to sell off to move to another industry, to help them come up with a structure to that. Let the SMEs, like for example SME bank, any agencies, Exim Bank, whatever, Bank Bangunan, and so on and so forth. Lot of banks. In fact, the commercial bank can help as well. Okay, coming in with the new regulations, new laws. Okay, to handle all these different business practices now. Under the new norm, under new norm, do a lot of training, give grants. Okay, the government may have to look at what Thomas mentioned also, of give some moratorium, in terms of EPF, tax and whatnot, for the in terms of the payment until the end of the year, or at least for a 6-month period, because this is about whether this is the bulk of the overheads, beside the employee that have to. They have to retain as well with less businesses. So all in all, I think there's a lot to look at for the SMEs, which is the core, or which is not I can say 30% of the country's GDP. We always want our SME to grow up to 50%. That is the target by the government. Okay, now it's 30%. We don't want to this 30% become 10%. You see. Especially now, business will be a lot of bit slow, basically almost a snail pace now. There is a need to look at for the if there is a fourth MCO, to loosen up things a bit, to allow, and then because Malaysia now they're quite, some areas, not say all, are still they're quite obedient. They can do social distancing. I explained myself. I went to hardware store, they have the scanning, all those things. They have the, I think, sanitizer, So I think we need to practice that until, we have the vaccine. So for the next 2 years, we really have to come up with something solid. I think the government, through the Ministry of Trade especially, Ministry of Finance or even economy have to come up with a certain direction or a blueprint of how to go about this. Okay, just don't let them waiting because people need directions. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
So how about the other two gentlemen here, Thomas? Anything to add on in that blueprint?
Okay, then I always talk about business. Business is not my topic. So actually, just like what I mentioned just now, maybe if the government can come up from the similar package to the investor, to those investors, to attract the money, because technically Malaysia need money now. Especially now our petrol barrel dropped no cent now.
Negative.
So we need someone's the solid cash. We need solid cash, and this one is with the cash, with the support from the investor, they can grow our economy. And by the time they grow SME, indirectly they grow for our employee. So it's very challenging for the government to set I know the government is going to protect our Malaysia company, but it's time for them after this, during this post MCO, right? It's time for them to come up with a package to attract them more. Now every country is open. If let's say we still keep protecting our SME, then in the worst scenario, all the company will kill. Now we need survive, like the doctor say, we need survival.
Okay.
So, Shazlee?
I think from my side, as Dato was saying, okay, I think MCO might still be extended. However, I do hope that, as mentioned, companies are allowed to operate.
Yep.
Okay? MCO are extended, but companies are allowed to operate. Basically, okay, the control should be at the areas where people congregate, basically the malls and whatnot. Of course, if the malls are not open, there are companies, the retailers and whatnot would be affected. However, the rest of us, the companies that actually have 10 staff, where they can actually maintain their ensure the social distancing, maintain to ensure among themselves, make sure that everyone is healthy and whatnot. Because the economy needs to be kickstart very soon. And an extension of another 14 days is possible, but it will impact. For example, let's say now is 50%. We extend another 14 days, that could be additional 10 to 20% companies closing down. Right? I'm not sure whether it is possible, but from what I see, extension of MCO is basically just to avoid the inter-states traveling and whatnot, the congregation of people at one area, all those things.
Yep.
But allow the companies to operate even from the non-essential services, because only then businesses or the economy can actually start moving as what we are supposed to.
Yeah, agreed.
Right.
Totally agree.
Totally agree.
Totally agree.
Okay, because I think everyone agree. Working from certain things you can actually do from home, work from home.
Yeah.
But there needs to be human interaction, and people needs to come to the office to actually work more effectively.
Yep. Agreed also.
All right.
Okay.
I think we're discussing at the end of the day, okay, we need to start work. So it means we love to work and we want to actually to start to come back and do our businesses, what we do best and all that. So because we want the cash flows to start running, we want to support the economy, we want to make sure every employee, we can sustain all the employees, business and all that. I think we come to the end for this session. Thank you very much to all of our panelists today. Dr. Aimi, thank you. Thomas, thank you. Shazlee, thank you. And I hope we have, you want to announce the next session?
Yep. So this coming Friday, we have another session, which we're going to have our panel lawyer, Mr. Prem, to share on the legality on the debt restructuring with your clients, with your vendors and all that. So this is actually a good session for all SMEs owners as well. What we have talked since Monday today and the Friday, the coming Friday, is actually with the intention to help SMEs in Malaysia to give information like what Dr. Aimi has mentioned. A lot of them do not know what to do actually. They know how to do the business on a day-to-day basis, operation and whatnot. But when they come to this black swan situation, like Shazlee mentioned, all of us are stuck. Yeah, so we need one way or another to channel that information out to the public so that they are able to seek help accordingly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
With that,
All
I
right.
think I'm Emilia Zainal, sign out from Q3 Management Solution, and Alvin.
All right, from my Phyllis and IR Law.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for everyone.
Thank
For your
you.
time.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Thomas. All right.
Yes,
Maybe
good
we'll
to know
see.
you guys.
Yeah.
So we will
see,
have coffee after MCO.
After MCO.
Yes, yes, we need to do that. We need to catch up on that. I put that one of
Definitely.
my milestone.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.
Okay.